No. Probably be very similar.
Did you hear about Arizona trying to keep their golf courses open, trying to say they're essential? Like, the governor was, like, saying they're essential.
I want to hear the argument.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I heard it this morning on the radio.
For it being essential?
Basically, their argument was, like, sure, it's not essential, but it's huge open land. That's an acre per person. And I'm thinking, that argument's dumb. They're not all, like, standing 1 acre apart from one another. They're gathered in groups and in the clubhouse.
Have you ever went to one of those where they have certain groups of people that are faster than others? Mm-hmm. So everybody ends up piling up behind the next person. So...
Because I went to the few times I've been to golf courses, I've been to, like, the sports ball sorts, public ones. And you always feel like you're being rushed. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's stupid. But also people playing are still going to be probably closer in the proximity, or the golf carts.
Or everybody's going to be in the clubhouse, too.
Yeah. That's stupid.
Yeah. He tried to make it sound like everybody was, like, standing 1 acre apart from one another because the area is so big. Like, that's not how it works at all.
Mm-hmm. Chico boy, bye-bye.
You gone?
Oh, it's so tiny now.
Oh, too big horse.
For some reason, I'm not seeing this like a round head. I'm seeing this like SpongeBob Square Celestia.
You kind of see it when you said something. A little table there. Hello, gamer.
Hello. Let's turn this off. I think I can. Yeah. Oh. Still. I thought I had the settings low enough that it wouldn't cause the errors, but it does. The further away I go and zoom in, the flatter the face looks. As they say, or one of the reasons they say that the camera puts on 10 pounds is because if your camera's running on a far away with a high zoom, it's going to make your face look flatter than if you're up close.
Remember that, everyone watching the stream right now. Camera's putting 10 pounds on the both of us.
No, but that's what they say in terms of movies, because if they do a lot of cinematic angles where the camera's further away and zoomed in, it's going to flatten everything out, so you see more of the size of your face, so it does make you look chubbier. Mm-hmm. But if you do the opposite and get closer and zoom out, it actually makes you look thinner. Because it's only when you're running on this camera distance, 15 millimeter, that things look as your eyes would perceive them. Everything else is off. Oh yeah, I gotta undo her.
Never take a picture of myself zoomed in. That's the important lesson to learn.
Sure, but that's what selfies are the opposite of that. So selfies are usually up close with a wide angle, which makes everybody look better. So
good.
Also, I thought was a funny thing was, if a phone takes a picture of you as it sees you, it looks wrong. That all the pictures take, because if you think about it, if you take a selfie, it would have your arm on the opposite side, but they mirror the image whenever you do a selfie, so that it's what it would look like in a mirror. Because anytime you've ever seen yourself ever, it's in a mirror. So you look off to yourself if you look at yourself how other people see you. So that's why pictures are when they do selfies are mirrored, whatever, yeah. or they almost always are, so you see yourself as they should be, or as you see yourself. It's really weird.
Somebody needs to invent a mirror that has you look as everybody else sees you.
But that would be difficult because it'd be, if you raise your right arm, it would be your right arm on this side.
Yeah.
but it doesn't. It's the opposite.
But I mean, when you're getting ready in the morning, you kind of want to see yourself as everyone else is.
Well, it's not that. It's not that.
My
You're
heart
seeing.
might be on the wrong side. I don't know.
Well, who gives a shit? No, it's not that it's one way is wrong, the other one's right. It's just that you are. If you have I have a small little mole here, and if I suddenly saw it on this side, it'd be weird to me. So that's why. Hello, Aggie. How are you doing? Hope you're staying not in public and living the introvert dream.
Yes. I hope you stay out of the eye of the public. That is the best.
Yes. Don't let them see you.
There's a cute horse. That Beyond's cute.
No boobs.
No.
I'm trying to remember where we were at with this. So that
you were going to give her an ear.
So I have.
Needs more drink.
Yeah, that's the one thing is I almost should have picked. Huh.
The cheese and the crust keep coming apart.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing with that one I don't like is the cheese in the centers. There's nothing connecting the two, so they're always this. Yeah, Hedgie is better about that. No, I should have probably picked up more like Coke or something, because I don't have any mixers. I only have some liquor. But too late now. We're stuck in here.
Is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they nailed the door shut.
I got from work about 7 emails in an hour in regards to it. One was from corporate, one was from the local building, one from my boss. Then they had to send out another one through a certain thing that I had to confirm that I have read the email and I will follow the rules and regulations. And then another email saying that they had sent the previous one. Then I got a text message on my phone, an email on my phone about all the same thing.
All I got from my boss was, yeah, we're exempt. See you Monday. See you Monday.
Then a couple of days ago I got my exemption letter, so I for going in if I want to. Yeah, I'm working from home. Our policy for work is work from home, but here's a letter if you need to go in. We are considered essential, so I have every right to go in, but they're saying only if you have no other choice and there's something you have to do there, and I don't, so I'll basically be here.
It's very much a work from home situation.
Mm. Everything that I can do for work, I can do here, just slower. Like, it used to be there, I can go save, done. Now here, save.
Like, at what point of work did you go buy a bike?
Well, I disappeared for like an hour. I put my wig on. I did it during...
Wait. No, you put your wig... I put my wig on so that anyone would recognize me.
No, I did it midday because I knew that if I went towards the end of the day, they'd probably be busier with people trying to get in there before they close. So I thought it'd be just easier. And then it was like 57 or something at one point. So I went riding around too. So went across the main road, and there's a lot of very nice houses over there.
I did have my window rolled down on the way home. It was pretty nice out.
You broke your toe rushing to a Zoom meeting.
I've broken my baby toe on my right foot 3 times the exact same way. Like, not the same way as him, but I broke it all 3 times on the same, like, cabinet corner running through my parents' house.
Well, he was running into a meeting, an online meeting. I miss Zoom. We had that at our last company, and now we have WebEx. But I like Zoom because they had a lot of really good webcam functionality, but our company bans webcams. So that's the one rough thing is if I was working from home with the previous job, it would be fine because a lot of the meetings you can still interact with people, but now it's all audio or on the phone, and that makes that rougher. So the only person I get to see for the next 2 weeks is him.
It is horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Manage.
I've been WhatsApping a lot with my boss.
You dance.
Do this. Do the horse dance.
Actually, I don't have that. See wiggle. Yeah. Chewing.
I'm still waiting to get an index.
I got a message that they said they were prepping to ship.
Your controllers?
Yeah.
That's what the one guy in that one video is posted to say is like the best thing of the whole thing is the controllers.
Yeah, the rest of it's. I mean, it's probably better, but not worth a whole. If you already have something to get something. But he was also talking about the Vibe Pro, and I just had the standard Vibe, but whatever.
He said there are positives and negatives to it, but it's
okay.
Index. It's the controllers that make all the difference.
Oh yeah, I want to make sure. Is this last one? Okay, that is just the standard look for it.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I wanted the Index too, is the controllers, because they're the only ones with the individual finger controls.
Okay, I need to. Before I start doing anything with these guys, I need to. Oh, for one, I haven't broken up the mails yet.
I don't know if I'm going to get that or not, because I'm not unemployed. I think you only get that if you're unemployed, right?
No, everybody. Then that's a stimulus for every U.S. citizen, as far as I know. You get it's $1,200 for everybody, $2,400 for married couples, which is essentially that, and an extra $500 per dependent.
Cool. I do think stimuluses are the best way to.
Is it taxed?
So that wouldn't make any sense.
That's what I was thinking. It would be funny if they're like, okay, the government's like, here you go.
No, you back.
So like, wow, we just made $1 trillion on taxes.
Good job.
If we,
that would be the dumbest thing.
We could make $10 trillion on taxes if we did a $20 trillion stimulus.
That would be some next level bureaucracy.
That'd be great, but you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I mean, when you do your taxes next year and they're asking for your profits, you're going to be like, "Well, I made $1,200 on that." They're like,
"Pay taxes on it." Exactly.
No, yeah, that'd be funny, but okay, so I need to make a couple different pony type. Is there tails like turn? That doesn't matter. Okay, so can I use the female textures for them? I don't know. I'm guessing not. No, wait, I don't need to go for rides.
Hello, Lost Wolf.
Yeah, hello, Wolf. I do need to figure out what that folder was that those went in. Being lazy.
I know.
Okay, so it's in the standard folders anyway. I've been pretty good here. Like, I mean, I'm introvert anyway, so my it doesn't bother me all that much. The annoying thing is just it's nice to be able to go out sometimes, and that's I picked up a bike today, so I plan to try to ride every day for a little bit. I can definitely tell I'm out of shape from riding today. Because I just kind of run around for a while, and I was like, yeah, going pretty good. And then, like, a couple minutes in, it was like the cool air and everything got into my lungs, and I was like...
Couple minutes in?
Well, because I just went pounding
through. I got out of the driveway and just collapsed.
But no, because the cool air, and I'm asthmatic from when I was younger, and so cold air doesn't settle with me, so my lungs just started burning more. I came back, and I was still, like, I still rode around for a good half hour. Like, I went quite a bit ways, but thank you, Wolf. Though, but no, otherwise I'm doing well. Just I'm looking forward to things being back to normal, but it's gonna be a while.
Yep. Probably not until after April.
Was it deep blue that we had? Yes, it was. I need to get the right gray.
No, I was listening. The one city it's really hurting because they just put one in Nevada, the stay-in-place rule. The casinos are all shut down. Like, the entire strip is just down. Which is crazy because that's like a lot of that state's economy is that strip.
Yeah, but Vegas has got to be shut down. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, that was already unsanitary before.
Yeah. I was there just a month ago.
Not even.
Yeah.
I mean, most of this crap has been... It feels like it's been going for months, but it's really only been heavy for like 2 weeks.
Once it got the ball rolling under it, it started rolling hard and quick.
Well, because the disease wasn't taking its time.
Nope. That's...
Well, no, you should still like we have a shelter in place that goes in place in 5.5 hours, but their big thing with that was too of if you go outside to get exercise, do it. We encourage it. If you need to go to the doctor, do it. If you need to go and get groceries, go and get groceries. Just keep it to a minimum and practice social distancing. So they're not stupidly enforcing it.
Buy booze. Yes. It's very important.
Yeah, they did consider that essential, which during a stressful time, I can see that.
Oh, I imagine if they closed down the booze stores, and then the only place to get alcohol was like the grocery stores, and the grocery stores would be overwhelmed.
Yeah, but even then, they only usually have a teeny selection of alcohol at any grocery store.
Yeah. You got these at Target. I really don't know anybody around here who isn't considered essential for one reason or another. Some of them I have to raise an eyebrow to, but apparently they're still essential.
Well, that's what they're saying, 73% or something like that is essential. So that's why there's not even that many. But it's about just everybody staying away from everybody.
Yeah, which I'm
You're
already
too close.
doing, so. Well, we're stuck together.
I know, but it's not like you're like doing piggyback rides or anything.
I mean, if you want, but I'm gonna be drunk. I gotta drink more, is what I'm getting at. Before that happens.
Black and white, that's it. This was yellow? Yeah.
So super nice outside. It's supposed to snow again. They're talking about on the radio. I didn't catch the details, but they were talking about the snow. I'm just like, day this nice and snow happens later.
If it does, it'll be for like an hour or two, because the next couple days, next week is supposed to be like nothing drops below, or every day has half the day above freezing. So there's supposed to be a couple 55, 60 degree days next week.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go. So all the other ponies, all the females
Yay, they
have fish, and all the males are gonna have cheese.
fish and cheese. Not
Yes.
two things that go together so much. I mean, I guess you could put cheese on a fish sandwich, but not really my thing. Fish tacos, though. It's all about context, so it's the cheese is used.
Must have been this folder that I had it for him. Yes. So.
Yeah. Cheese is kind of one of those things where you can put it on fish and not put it on fish, and there's.
Oh, it's a different gray.
It's very questionable.
I just spelled gray two different ways. I don't know why I have this one. I'm gonna keep the E one. Sure.
Don't you think you should just use the mares for the whole crowd because they're
No,
better?
I need to mix it up. Culture. It's. I don't want to be sexist.
But they're ugly.
Yeah, I have. I still have like 700 milliliters. I bought a 750, and I've only used a little bit of it. But our liquor stores are still open, and like I said, they're not really heavily enforcing it here. They're just. They said they will if they need to, but as of right now, Minnesota's doing pretty good. So.
It's doing better than some states, anyways. Minnesotans are generally pretty good about following health guidelines. My home state of Kentucky, on the other hand, is a fair amount of chaos right now, apparently. Of course, I hear a lot of that from my mom, but she works for the health department, so she probably sees the worst of it. If you were to ask me about the radios I used to repair at my previous job, I'd tell you they're the worst radios in the planet because all I ever saw of them was broken radios.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure my mom's in the same boat, being that she's dealing with it directly. I just hope she stays healthy. She's an old lady. And they got her apparently in a suit you'd see out of freaking Breaking Bad scene or something. Keep her from getting sick.
And that's what they're running out of, though, is that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, they were saying they give her this mask every year that she has to wear for like certain types of patients, and she's having to wear it for the corona patients right now. And they normally give her a new one every year, but they didn't give her a new one this year and just told her to use her old one because supplies are running low.
It's understandable. You gotta make do, but it sucks at the same time.
Yeah, because I mean they replace it for a reason, right? So the fact that they're not replacing it is a little bit concerning. I think the last time she had to use it was when she was working with TB patients.
I don't know that. Hair back. Yeah. And hair front. And horn. Oh, I gotta do the horn too. So the reason I'm making these little squares is I want to match this exactly, but the easiest way to do it is to just make that color, throw this down, and then adjust until I get it to basically disappear. And if somebody wasn't here when I did this last time and are like, what the hell are you doing? I figure that.
I think that every time I want to watch you.
That's life.
Yeah.
But I am creating a base for the ponies to work from. I need to keep my resource utilization low, and the best way to do that is to reuse textures and reuse models. So instead of doing lots and lots of unique models, I'm doing a couple models, and then those models are copy pasted with textures that are overridden on their original file, so that when you go in here, he's definitely fashionable. Why is
all the hip new kids?
Oh, I don't think I ever import or exported it. Yeah, I never did. There. Okay. That, I put his horn on there, didn't I?
I mean, it's stylish.
Oh no, I must have imported the horn for this. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. I don't want that one. Import. Did I not export it? Maybe I didn't save it. Unless I did it as horn and I just wasn't paying attention. He is very fashionable.
It kind of is. She didn't decide to do any two-tone hair colors. 2 tones.
Yeah, I didn't care enough. No, it's that'd be a lot of extra work for very little game. Okay. So now he should look not like a zebra. Okay. So we have our blink pony. And the reason for that is because if you look at these ponies, let me name them all. They, if I remove the overrides, are white. All of them are utilizing white textures, and then because they're white, I can use color override to color them how I want. So these 12 ponies are eating up only one body texture worth of memory, and they're only eating up 4 ponies worth of memory, even though there's 12 of them with 12 textures. So it's keeping RAM usage low.
I know 3 of them are derpy.
Yep, this one. This one.
No, it's 3. Can't hide derpy.
You say like
That's a derpy.
You say like this one's derpy?
That's a derpy. Why must you torture a horse? Why you rip the wing off?
She wear banana on head.
That is cruel. You are sadistic.
She's like, I shall fly.
It's also a derby. Right,
So, and then there's 3 unicorn. I mean, they're all the same hair, but three Pegasus, 3 unicorns, and the rest are Earth Pony. I could make the Mexican match with like loaded models, but this is just a way to keep the RAM usage as low as possible because I need to fill all these chairs. So, which is not possible. It is impossible for me to do that, even with reduced RAM usage. But if I did unique models, I would be able to fill like maybe these many seats right here. But with this thing done, my hope is to try to fill these, which I don't really see being possible either. But I'm going to get as close as I can. So.
I half want you to leave very punch-in, but just holding like a bottle of whiskey.
No.
That would be amazing.
It would have sucked if this shot was longer. If this was longer than 4 seconds, because I have a feeling that even running at 24 frames a second for 4 seconds, so you're looking at just everything here is just over 100 frames. Each frame is probably going to take, I'm thinking, over a minute. So it's probably going to be like an hour and a half or 2 hours to do 3 seconds.
It's going to take you a while to render this scene, yeah.
But I have to do it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I do it, I have to change something again.
It's going to be every night. You're just going to be rendering this one shot.
Actually, with the work from home, it'd be great.
Well, you're supposed to be working, not.
But no, I can start the render and let it run, and then as soon as it's done, I can flip over to a new save file and render again. So I'm not sitting here doing it 4 renders over 4 days. I can do 4 renders in 1 day, and it would just. But intensive renders like that lock my computer down. I can't do anything. Like if I try to run browsers in the background, it's laggy as hell. Every click is like 10 seconds. So that's why it's great, because it just locked my computer down.
I was like, the idea is like, we need you to do this right now, and you're just like, I can't. Why not? My computer, it's busy.
No, but I have a laptop.
Okay.
I don't use my personal computer for work.
I was going to if they made me work from work.
What? If they made you work from work?
Work from home.
No, I have the laptop I use is my work computer. I just have it on a base station.
I was like thinking about if I had to work from home, I was going to ask my boss if I could just take the tower, my computer at work, and just take it home with me, because that would make things so much easier.
Yeah, that was one piece of equipment. If I had, I would have made it difficult, because they don't allow checkouts of full PCs.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I just take the tower home? Because that would make it a whole lot easier than trying to figure out what I do and don't need. As far as I know, I need everything on that computer. For one reason or another.
I think this guy's Lucky Clover is his name. Okay, so I need to basically copy this.
I can say name all these ponies too, but I think the first one should be 1A and the second one should be 1B.
Why?
Who cares?
Wait,
these ponies?
That's Horn. I don't want Horn. It needs to be his body. So I need hair and tail. And who's the other one? That is Cherry something. Cherry Berry or Cherry Fizzy?
Too many cherries.
They're both from the same date. I'm thinking Fizzy. That looks like Fizzy. Okay. Oops, that is the wrong one to comment. And then hair and tail. Okay. All right, we got template ponies. The 2 green eyes. Oh, they got 2 purple here too. That's fine. I'll go with it. So now I need to prep them. So all of them need an override. All of them need color. This override is going to be needed for making them colored. They're actually going back to light because I'm just recoloring them to their base. I could... Can I change the hue of the... No, I can't change the hue of the eye. Because it's not a base texture, it's a pupil.
You do have 2 of them that are green.
I was thinking about playing with it, but... And I could just, like, Oh, actually, her eye is different than the others. But... Don't give a shit.
I think you should leave those eyes alone, because they're very special.
There. There's the better ponies.
No, you know this isn't
Your
true.
poop.
Why? To waste your energy.
But they're all like cheese.
You'd be like cheese.
Cheese.
I can relate to liking cheese. But
Would you want cheese on your butt for the rest of your life?
No. I'm not gonna get a cheese tattoo. It's a little bit much.
Let's make a little cheese wheel there.
Just like, check out my tat. Just like a wheel of cheese. It's on your butt.
Okay, so I did it for the next one too. This one's got a few less because of oh, the wrong button.
Reminds you of this one kid I knew in high school who just had his own tattoo gun and would just draw on himself with it, which I thought was a horrible idea. He wasn't a good artist.
Oops.
He would literally just doodle on himself with a tattoo gun that he had in his house.
I mean, to one's own, but
I guess. He was like, it was high school. He was like 17, making horrible, shitty decisions.
yeah, that's fine. He'll have years of regret to think about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much those teenage years.
Yep. You didn't live your youth correctly if you don't look back and go, dear God, I was stupid.
I worry about you as an adult if you don't look back at your teenage years and think, dear God, I was stupid.
And if you weren't stupid, then you didn't do something right. It weeds you out. You get it out of your system, so when you're an adult, you know how to be like not stupid.
No, you try anyways. I'm sure I got lots of stupid left in me.
I had a friend that went and he was really stupid when he was younger, and so he went not even with people, just by himself. He filled a super soaker with water and cat piss and perfume, and then went.
Where did he get all the cat piss?
I don't know, but then went to a parking lot and sprayed some people, and then they ended up chasing him down. And he was in his car, but they got in their car and chased him down. He ended up flipping his car and was upside down, totaled his car, and they called 911 but never got out of their car to even check if he's okay, like, because they're just like, you guy. Then you talk about stupid.
That's pretty high.
No, I have tons of stories of that guy doing some stupid shit. I was around for some of it, but thankfully that level of I was not around for. Okay, so these guys I think are prepped. I can't remember. I thought there was something else I did to these in preparation. I think it was the horn. I forgot to put overrides on. But okay, so we can paste these. So this is going to be, I believe,
People in chat should be telling us their stories of stupid stuff. What they did. That's fun.
Some people don't want to share.
And make up something.
I need to put this to B and this to 1. Just make something up.
Just make it up.
There's one time I went into the fields and I stole 15 watermelons. And when we ran it down to Fred's house, we all threw it at his wife.
That's a good story. I like that.
She's dead now.
That's so sad. Death by watermelon.
No, that's not what killed her.
No.
She tripped and fell after running.
That's so sad.
Her feet were all slippery.
It's all the watermelon juice.
And we laughed till she passed away.
Well, that story makes you a monster.
It's okay.
Story,
Fred didn't like her.
Oh,
got the life insurance money.
Didn't like her much, so it's okay.
That makes it okay.
Yeah. Sure does.
Death by watermelon. That would be me. I hate watermelon with a passion. So like, that would be one way to go.
Just all sticky from the watermelon. That's the worst part about watermelon. It's all sticky.
It's one of my favorite phrases from Borderlands 2. Mm-hmm. One of the Maya, when she'd get in the car, she'd get in the back, or no, whenever they swap seats. Yeah. So like you just like both swap in the back seat, and she would just be like, "The seat's sticky. Why is it sticky?" And it was one of my favorite lines. And now in Borderlands 3, they have people that are like, "I'm sticky. Why am I sticky?" And so they're actually following up on that. Alright, so I got my male army. But now we have to figure out our color schemes.
I said I think I mentioned it before, like the one way I like to eat watermelon was with salt, and I think when I mentioned that to you, you thought it was just weird.
Watermelon and what?
Salt on watermelon?
I don't care what you put on it.
I know you personally don't, but you never heard of anyone putting salt on watermelon.
Because normally when somebody talks about watermelon, my brain shuts down. And
it's just that bad.
It's about, you're talking about the demonic fruit.
I'll get some honeydews. It'll be fine. You like honeydew melon?
No.
Or like cantaloupe?
Anything with melon in it? Like watermelon's the one I hate the most. But cantaloupe, honeydew I don't like either.
Honeydew's good if you can catch it. Like there's like this.
You catch it you like.
Well, there's like this very short period of time when it's like just right, and then it's sweet as candy. But
no, I don't. But any type of melon, I just don't like. That and cucumbers are those are the two things I just.
Yeah, like pickles.
The smaller the pickle, the better.
Well, yeah, that's just how pickles go.
Yeah, but if you get too big, then they start becoming a cucumber.
Well, they lose a lot of their taste.
Yeah, so it just starts tasting cucumbery. But no, cucumber and watermelon, I can taste any amount in anything. So like, if somebody makes a salad and had it cut up in there, I can taste it, no matter where it is. But even if they took it out afterwards, I can still taste it.
Yeah, watermelon's pretty.
No, cucumber.
Cucumber,
and watermelon.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd be putting that in a salad.
But cucumbers. No, watermelon.
Not watermelon. I don't know. Put watermelon in a salad.
But watermelon, I can't stand the smell of it. But cucumbers, I'm okay with the smell. And gyros, I'm okay with eating like the cucumber sauce. Yeah. So but even then don't prefer it. But yeah, those are the only two foods that are really against, other than the obvious ones like anchovies and weird things.
I like anchovies.
Yeah, no, but like stuff like that's like already has a large hater base.
Yeah.
Sure, but those are like two weird ones.
Anchovies aren't something I eat every day, though. They're more of a occasional experience to be had. Anchovies are so salty that taking a spoonful of salt and putting it in your mouth is somehow less salty than an anchovy. I don't know how they do it, but it's impressive.
I need to color some males.
You do that. Color those.
I'm gonna go gray first.
Weird horses.
I'm thinking gray with a brown hair.
Sure. Those are horse colors.
in my laptop.
It sounded like your computer. It sounded like it came out of your speaker. Or maybe it was your phone.
No, my phone won't do that. I thought I shut that down. No, I want to make sure. Yeah, it's shut down. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Don't worry about it. Okay, so brown hair. It's just they all have brown hair. They're all Chad.
Just make them more 5th century. People love it.
No, let's need more red.
Puke hair. It seems appropriate. Matches his eyes.
Oh, I had that. I got the wrong one. Okay, so it's close.
Well, I think of the stallions, I always think he had darker colors. Like, the mares are always lighter, and then the stallions are always darker. That's super dark. It works.
I think it's a little washed out, so I'm gonna get a little stronger in that. There, that's a better brown. We'll go with that. All right, what should his name be?
Garbage.
That's
Garbage.
not garbage. I will only name that one garbage if I can rename all the derbies. Trash, trash, recycling, and worst horse.
That would be cruel.
Well, then we're not going with garbage.
But he is garbage. Look at him. It's a garbage horse if I've ever seen one.
I hate you, Michael.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna murder you.
You're not getting loops. It's slapping.
He's safe.
That's creepy. And now his teeth are just falling out of his head. Oh, look at that. Somebody's actually suggesting names.
Hey.
That horse is broken, man. Don't name that horse. Just come back to haunt you.
Marble Poppy? Marble Popple?
Michael Bay, yes.
I like Michael Bay.
It's Michael Bay, that horse. He makes explosions.
It's Michael Bay. Get it? Rar.
Oh, you tried to sounds appealing.
Tuscamongle? That sounds like that sounds like if they had like a Pornhub special with barbarians or something. My name Tuscamongle.
No time remake.
Alright, we need there is no Pegasus, so that is fine. What should this one be?
Jeez.
This one let's go like a green and blue.
Yeah, we always work well together. You should make one like purple and green, because Barney the dinosaur.
I'm gonna do green body, blue hair. So I'm gonna do 0.. I'm gonna keep them lighter. A little darker.
That's American. Much better. I did it better before. Now he looks like a big ogre. It's almost neon. Yeah.
No, a little later. That's too green.
Yes.
That should work. I try to go earth tones a little bit. And then for hair, just Sunkist Gargle Morgle.
This one's name is Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Taste the dew.
No, so for his hair, actually, we will do, let's grab his body. And so this is 474, so we need 447. No, it needs to be lighter.
It's more almost gray. It's like a steel blue, I guess. I mean, it's kind of purplish now, but that's kind of what I thought. Green and purple just go well together, I think.
I think I'll go with that.
Yeah, it's like lavender.
Okay. Now you're throwing out names, but the important thing
I'm
here...
gonna name that one Barney now.
The important thing with all this is that it has to be fitting to their personality.
He's Barney the dinosaur.
So it's about what fits lime salt.
What the heck is lime salt? It sounds like what you put in a margarita.
I like Tommy Pot.
How does that fit?
I don't know, but I love the name.
It's Tommy Pot now. Okay.
I don't
What's
get
wrong
it.
with you?
I don't get it, but I like
You're
it.
like, just Tommy Pot.
Okay, this guy. Let's go with a... we can go with a brown body.
Welcome to OC Creator, everyone.
Hey, you didn't say anything weird when we were doing pony females.
They were worth the time.
What color for hair works with brown?
Don't really have many yellow-haired ponies. I think that
Yeah.
would work brown, but in it.
Oh, jeez, look at my hair.
I know, it
is the most glorious of hair.
He does look Norwegian now. He's a
Oh.
Norwegian pony.
Oh,
I mean,
out of my way, you simpleton. I need to get to my butter.
you know, I kind of like it now. It works. I mean, you could use some yellow-haired ponies. And then just that haircut and it being yellow, it just makes it look like he should have like a sweater vest like wrapped around his waist.
Let's go down to the gym. We shall work out.
Yes.
For my name is Covenant Colonel. Where are you getting these?
I feel like there's just a random number.
Hello, anonymous cheer. Fancy. And hello, Grim, and hello, Zuki. Lime Fresh. If we get we name that guy. If we get another kind of a greenish, maybe. I'm okay with that yellow, which is funny because that's what kind of the colors that he had before. Oh, that cheese. The cheese is kind of. It's kind of look a little sickly. It's fun. Actually, it's great because like this guy's got kind of like old cheese. This guy's got.
This is moldy cheese.
That guy's got a sponge, and this guy's got. We got the moon.
We got the moon cheese.
It's moon cheese.
He mooning you.
Okay. So it's fine.
Yeah, that looks good actually.
Yeah, it actually looks better than I thought. The bright yellow, maybe not so much. Alright, now this one. Oh yeah, we haven't named him yet.
Yeah, we gotta name him still.
Oh,
that should be his name. Oh,
you're just coming out of your head? I kind of like Covenant Colonel.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but that's what pony names are. I'm like, what does Twilight Sparkle mean?
The color of her coat's like the color of Twilight, and she sparkles because
She sparkles?
she does sparkle.
Uh-huh. Where?
Her horn. It's very sparkly.
Because she has magic?
Yes.
But she was named when she was born.
I mean, presumptively. They did do the whole lore thing where Mrs. Cake like said that her birth name was Saffron Swirl, and then she changed it to Cupcake after she got her key to work. And I kind of like that bit of lore. That's one of my more enjoyable bits of lore from the show.
It at least gives reason to how the names change, like they like
they can change.
Yeah, because you had Tempest.
Yeah.
Fizzlepop Berry Twist.
Her birth name was Fizzlepop Berry.
And that's a mean person.
Yes.
What are you doing? That's a dragon burning.
I think those are probably the only two characters.
Bold cheese and cheese mold. Oh, that's mean. Like what? What should we name our kids? Oh, how about moldy cheese? Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh.
Well, I always like the whole thing with the Rich family. Like there was Filthy Rich and Stinking Rich. So I just like what was Granny Smith? She's like, oh, don't mind. She's like, just hold your horses, Filthy. And he's like, please, just call me Mr. Rich, because his name was Filthy Rich. She just called him Filthy. He's like, please.
Who
please
names
don't.
a kid Filthy? What should we name? What should we color this one? Maybe a blue.
I was like,
let's do a bluish purple, maybe. So like 0.6, 0.3. It's gonna be a little dark.
It's one of my favorite interactions, maybe in the whole show, and they didn't happen nearly as often. Was the interaction between Filthy Rich and Granny Smith, because she had known him since she was like a little.
Oh, that's a nice color.
And worked with his grandfather when they were still poor. So she just called him Filthy.
What color hair?
I mean, you got the I keep thinking green again, but that's just a reverse of the other guy, essentially. What works with purple? We don't really have any orange hair ponies. Would orange work? I guess you kind of have like some orange coats. No,
that's not really orange. I need more
brown. Kind of orange.
Nah, I don't know if orange would work.
I don't know that orange is gonna work. You know.
Cause it need to be like that.
Kind of ugly. Look at her. She doesn't want to date that guy. No.
Kiss me.
No. This is where the chipping starts. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes. He's better off. No. Look, he's a mutant. Don't kiss that. That's not natural.
Let us make babies.
No. Ponies are born when two rainbows touch. When two rainbows touch.
Wait a second, that's lesbian.
Rainbow, no.
Alright, actually I think the orange kind of works if it was just,
I don't know. They don't complement each other well.
Only one I can really think of is going for like a,
I mean, do you have a lot of green haired ponies? Like you got some green coats. Yeah, good green. Just like do the reverse of the other guy essentially. Because green and purple do complement each other pretty well. Maybe not Jacksepticeye green.
Oh, let's do it like a little darker.
Yeah, that looks good.
I'll wash it out a bit more.
Getting more booze. I have to go out again this weekend. Get more booze.
You can't. I'm inverse of that one, but that's fine. Berry Cheeto. That doesn't work with the colors. Tamra Jack. Barry White. That's a real person. Kind of looks like the Joker. I like Mortar Gondola. Like, where did that come from? Brink Ashton.
Very
white. Name him that though. There's nothing berry or white. He's cheese and purple. It kind of looks like Joker.
He kind of does. Or Spike. Call him Bebop.
Bebop?
I want to call him Bebop.
Actually, there's the one from the before that kind of works for him. Waterline. Makes no sense, but we'll go with it. Okay, this guy. What do we got?
I'm gonna name him this guy. Hey, it's this guy.
Probably need to go with some kind of red. So let's do that.
It could be red and yellow. Seems like a Big Mac. Or no, it was orange.
It's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
Kind of earth tone.
Sounds like a red clay.
And I'm thinking yellow hair with him. Yellowish. Like a darker yellow.
He did shave. It's weird, right?
Yes. I was going to trim it up yesterday, then I was like really lazy and I'm like, nah. It's easier just to shave it all off.
What if I did that? You'd kick me out to think I'm a stranger.
Out of my house.
Had this goatee for the better part of a decade now. Ain't going away anytime soon. Better part of a decade. It's been at least a decade. What am I talking about?
Actually, let's see. Maybe we can go with like a hint of lime in this. That's actually not
I
too
just
bad.
use an electric trimmer too. He uses an electric trimmer, so I don't know what he's talking about. He's saying he just uses a hair trimmer, and I'm like, yeah, so does he. I don't.
Well, I do a hair trimmer, but it's about thinning it out, and I have the thing for so I can thin it, but I normally always leave or there's like some hairs that get missed or no longer, and I just end up nitpicking it, and I'm in a habit of if any that are left, I just pull out, and I need to get out of that habit. So I'm always. Now I'm in the habit of just pulling hairs out, and so I want to break that habit. So I thought if I just clean shaved, it'll keep me from doing it for a while until I break that habit.
I've been lazy about shaving because nobody sees me with you. So last few weeks,
Yeah.
I get kind of scruffy.
Well, no, like grocery store. You could
care what those people think.
Yeah, and don't touch me. Stay 6 feet away.
Yes.
And it used to be that was a weird thing, and now people are like, okay.
Well, today the FedEx guy showed up to grab the package, and I was on the phone, and we just screamed at each other through the building. He's like, "Is it this package by the door?" And I'm just like, "Yes!" And he took the package, and when I came out, it was gone. Because he did not want to be near me.
And we're not really on lockdown, but we're on lockdown, starting at midnight tonight, so in like 5 hours. The governor basically stated that they're not really going to enforce it, but that he is basically having us treat it like it's a lockdown, even though it's not really a lockdown.
Basically, if you're caught going to your job is not considered essential, they're not going to punish you for it, but you will get a stern wag of the finger.
Yeah. But he's got a letter, I have a letter for being essential, so that doesn't change much, but at the same time, it's, they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's already been working from home for like 2 weeks now.
A week.
So, it feels longer.
I know it does. It feels like a week and a half. It was Wednesday last week. No, Tuesday last week they announced it, and so it's Wednesday, Thursday, and then this week. And
while I'm actually going to work, I'm the only one going to work, so I'm actually more isolated at work than I am here. So. And the whole place to myself. Huh? I feel like it should be a little darker, but Eric.
894.
You already work from home?
Like that?
Yeah. That's a little better. I like that better.
What should we name him?
I told you. This guy.
No, nobody names their kid this guy.
That guy.
You fuck off.
There was actually a character, I forget what the show was called, named That Guy.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Blurred's recommendation. Clumsy Reaper.
Okay. Just accidentally reads people. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh, your grandma's dead. My bad.
Okay, this guy. So I have.
So that's this guy.
So this individual.
Oh, that's his name.
We have brown, red, purple. We don't have like a teal. I don't think I put a teal in it. Oh, kind of.
You have one of their pieces of teal. You just have to come up with a color that doesn't exist. So you can say, you have to come up with it. Make him infrared. Can you make him infrared? That's just super red. That's radioactive.
It's in the infrared, so he's glowing.
He is glowing.
See?
Impressive. Impressive.
No, radioactive. Like that. Oh, look, it's infecting him. I have a value.
That's something that I'm actually almost curious about now. Infrared is a color on the color spectrum that we simply can't see. So but there's nothing that's infrared, like in the natural world, like color-wise.
Well, color is, we've only defined color as to what our eyes can pick up.
Yeah, but if there was something infrared, we wouldn't be able to see it, right? Like
yeah, you would. If your eyes picked up infrared, you would just see heat. There are animals that are able to do that.
Yeah, but none of the... I don't know.
No, there are animals that have the ability to at least partially see into the infrared, so they can see heat. But you wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to see infrared.
Isn't there like a shrimp that can see like crazy more colors than we can or something? Like the bullet shrimp or something.
Well, the thing is, we only can see 3 different wavelengths of light.
Yeah. And
all our eyes do is interpret how much something is excited. So, or 3 different types of light. So, there might be eyes of other creatures that have more colors that'll pull in, so they can get more detail on it. But our brains are good enough at being smart about it. What was the values I had for this? It was 0.
Just gotta make that point infrared.
No,
the it looks like. It look like nothing and everything all at once.
But no, to me it's what we consider color is just what our eyes define as our bottom and upper margins.
Yeah.
The fact that red blends into purple is only because of how our eyes work. In the real world, they don't. So it's.
Actually, I like him with just the white hair. I think that works.
Well, I'm not going to keep it pure white. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to drop it down to like something like, well, maybe not that much.
It's just straight gray. Still pretty gray. Better. Yeah, I like that.
I need to. Can I drop it down even just a little bit?
I mean, there are some that's gray.
I'm just because this is what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
It looks white then, but if I say for the tail do pure white, it's just going to be.
It doesn't look that much different, honestly.
When right now I don't have bright light shining on them, but any light that hits it is going to be drastically different. So I'm just I don't like working with colors that are ones and zeros because it takes it too much. It has its uses to play around with numbers like that, but I prefer to be just a teeny bit off of those.
That looks cool.
So yeah, he's fine. What should his name be? Clumsy. I like Cinnamon Sparkled. Like when they named him, they named him in the past tense.
he's cinnamon.
We had high aspirations for him, and then he was born, and we realized what disappointment he was.
There's just that one asshole parent. It's like, your name is Trashy. And it's like, your life is going to be miserable.
So that one is just Bob.
Bob the horse. Yes.
He can.
He can horse.
Okay. Pretty much covered most colors. This is kind of what you consider orange, so
You don't have any horses.
I don't have any like light gray. I have a dark gray.
Well, you don't want light gray stallions. Stallions are dark.
Why?
Because that's the way it is in the show. They're darker colors.
No, not all of them.
Oh, I noticed they're all.
The
mares are the lighter ones.
You don't even pay attention to the males, so you're just taking your bias on something and injecting it
they
in.
They are in darker shades, generally.
Generally, you just said generally.
From what I can tell, like I don't remember seeing
this is going to
lighter
be
shade of male horse.
Well, this will be one.
He will be a freak of nature.
I'm going to darken the other one just a little bit so they're different.
You don't have any other, like, the color of, well, I guess that's, now that he's darkened that one, he's close to, like, thunder.
Okay. Hair color. He's brown, so I don't want to do brown. Actually, I prefer not to get anywhere near brown. Opposite of brown is not brown. That would probably be blue.
Yeah.
But I already got.
I guess it's opposite of brown. It's
I've only got one with blue hair, so yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, actually, a brightish blue actually would work pretty well.
Weird stallion.
What's back here?
It was this nice moment. I remember one of the comics where Diamond Tiara was talking to Big Macintosh, and she's like, "We're gonna have to dye your coat a lighter color. It'll look much nicer." And she was like, gonna give him like a makeover. He's just like, nope, and walks away. It's a cute comic. I need to catch up on these comics. I haven't read them in a long while. That's just like...
Oops.
It's almost not a bad idea. Just darker shade of gray.
No.
No.
No. Because I want to try to differentiate from this one, and I feel like brown is just going to be a mud color, and this is just going to be the same, especially since this is, well, actually, yeah, I'm going to stick with a color.
Alright.
I just hit the wrong button. See, I think this actually works. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
With the green eyes, it's weird, but that I cared little about. Paley Overcast. Summer Fun sounds like another Pornhub name.
Just name Pornhub.
What's your name? Summer Fun.
No one will know that this horse is
Vanilla Bear. Are you just putting porn names? Orangey Sunshine.
He just went to a site for random stripper names.
Yes.
That's what he got.
The technologist.
I mean, ponies do kind of have stripper names.
Tom Bapkins. I'm gonna name this one Bapkins. I like that.
Bapkins now.
I just like Bapkins. What the hell is a Bapkins?
I mean, if you were to randomly start naming all ponies names to some random person, it's like, what are these the names of? Twilight Sparkle, Applejack. It's like, strippers. These are stripper names.
Twilight Sparkled. He's doing past tense names. Past tense Sparkle. That's her name. Because she was only relevant in the first 2 seasons.
Oh, so sweet.
And then she got wings.
She did. Nobody liked her anymore.
I go with a darker brown.
They are stripper names, man. You're picking them. Some are fun. Oh, that's gross.
Oh, this needs to be a half.
He's too brown. He's almost like the brownest of brown. No, he's too close to that other pony. You need to figure out more colors. You need to create new colors. Invent Merple. That will be a new color when you do invent it.
Oops.
Yes. Now make his mane pure black. You don't have any red and black OCs. What's up with that? You need at least one edge horse. And you could name him Edge Horse.
There we go. That's a nice brown.
It is. That is nice brown.
Look, he's got chocolate cheese.
It's chocolate cheese. It's butt.
You're looking at a male butt.
I'm looking at chocolate cheese. Those are cute. That's a monthly. Cute. No. No.
There she is.
You will stop using that horse. There's a cute one behind her. Oh, that one's cute. There's some cute horses. There's a super cute horse behind her. Look at that cute. That's the next level cute right there. No, you stop that. Oh, why? Her nose is still cute. With that booper.
Help me, Michael. I'm in pain.
That's so cruel.
It hurts.
How can you do this?
Ow!
It
Help
would-
me, Michael.
It would hurt me
Help
for me to do this. You are a callous man. Look at that. She's adorable.
It's like, I want boobs.
Yay. No.
I got no snoot. Actually.
I thought you said no porn in your streams. What the hell? Oh, now we know what's in Derpy's head.
Okay, we're going back to this one.
Oh no. Need a moment.
And that's how I got banned from Twitch. Okay. Main color. The other brown is yellow, so I can't do anything yellow. Opposite of yellow is purple, but that would be kind of weird. Actually, maybe purple will work.
You don't have any ponies with just blacker hair.
Like,
I mean, you had some dark gray, but not black. Yeah, like that. That's good.
yeah, I guess.
That's real good, actually.
He's older. Oops. Okay. One more. Okay, this guy needs a name. Probably gonna go with Vanilla Bear. I mean, that may make more sense for him, but... Or, actually, you know what? Because of his color, we're gonna go with...
You don't have any white coat.
We're gonna go with Chocolate Mousse.
No, you've been trying to avoid it,
How
but
do
here's
you-
your last chance.
Like, when you have Chocolate Mousse, how do you spell mousse?
I know it's spelled differently than the animal.
Yeah. Is it
I'm not
M-O-O-U, is he? No. That's mouse.
I think it's spelled similar to mouse, but
No, not like the animal.
like the dessert, like chocolate mousse. It's spelled different.
M-O-U-S-S-E.
Yes, I knew it was kind of like mouse, but I guess two S's.
Well, if it was chocolate mousse, then that's like... What did you go out and hunt? I hunted myself a chocolate mousse. It has that in pony.
I've never had. Yes, I did. They legit had a chocolate mousse, and I've never had it. I don't even know what it is, honestly.
I think it's just...
chocolate.
I think it's just a foamier chocolate.
Is it like a flan?
No, I don't think you eat it on its own. I think it goes with this. It goes on top of something. But there's one of my favorite words from the Swedish chef when he's like "Wurstbröd och chocolate mousse."
Is it kind of like a really frothy like chocolate thing that goes on top, like a?
I think something like that.
An airy.
Well, you know what? The wonderful thing about the internet is.
What the internet is. The internet has wonderful things.
Chocolate mousse.
It looks pretty airy. It looks almost kind of like
Mousse.
a less dense.
A mousse is a soft prepared food that incorporates air bubbles to give it a light and airy texture. So chocolate mousse is basically a light and fluffy chocolate.
So a flan. but maybe a little less dense than the flan.
I'm guessing that flan is different.
Flan has like 2 layers, a heavier layer and then the thicker.
Yeah, flan is, I think, going to be...
It's a custard.
Yeah, it's a custard, so it's not the same. The other one is just adding air to make it fluffier.
Yeah.
Well, this is an actual whole different thing. Flan is good on its own, too. Flan with mousse. Flan mousse.
That does sound good.
It's just sugar and sugar.
Sugar and sugar. Sugar and sugar is always
Okay, speaking of sugar, how about this hot stuff?
I was saying, you don't have any ponies with white coats, though I know you're trying to avoid it because you're
I have a white and a... Or this was about as white as I want to get.
There's a lot of ponies in the show with white coats, which don't have them in the crowd. Make his hair just bright red and that'll be it. Yep, there's your red and black OC. You did it. This is, name him Edge and we're good.
He's got some white.
His eyes.
No? Wait, if you gotta be edgy then. This is the standard OC.
Is that my OC? Yes. Yes, he's super edge.
No, it's not your OC. This is I made this OC. Donut steal. Do not touch my property.
Bagel steal.
Don't have any yellow, but then that would just be another 3 set. We only have 1 blue. I could go a dark blue. Whereas right now they're very heavy on earth tones. Or white, yeah, like they're not near as bright as these ones.
Well, if that's what you kind of want.
You just were like, I don't want to see them. Let them blend into the background. Let them melt into the scene.
Stallions are in the show, as far as I can remember. They're always.
I could see this utopia
darker.
That Michael takes over Equestria, and all males have to have mandatory nose surgery where they just get punched into a round shape.
Wailed on into their boopers are cute, but then that would be weird. We just told you we just file them and just use them for procreation. Just keep them put away. I don't remember ever seeing a pony that color. Rainbow Dash's dad was kind of that guy's blue, so you already got it.
Well, because I have blue and then purple, but I don't have like a reddish purple.
You don't have an orange.
Well, to me, this is brown, and brown is just a type of orange. Well, in terms of the colors, they're only off by a couple numbers. So, so I'm thinking, if I do a reddish purple. So,
Don't have any pink. Oh, that guy's pink.
This guy's like not really
Stallion's
pink.
Weird.
There's been them in the show.
When has there ever been a pink stallion in the
Pretty
show?
sure if you looked around, you would find it.
I don't remember a single pink stallion.
You're ascending gender colors to the genders in the show, which is what the show was trying to go against.
I never remember seeing a pink stallion in the show. Not once.
That's a light color one. Look at, he's not very dark. That one's pretty light.
Brown. Brown is inherently a dark color.
Brown is not inherently dark. What the hell is that?
Look at that one! That's adorable. It's adorable. No, bring it back.
He's got light color.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm not counting like this. That's an OC. So people are gonna be edgy and that. Ooh.
Every time I look at stallions, I just see darkness. Go back to that turkey. She was cute. Maybe she had a t-shirt on. need to know what it says. Why you got all the sad turkeys? I'm so happy about all the turkeys though. You need to say, we'll make them feel better by moving them. Oh, no, not that one. That's the worst one. That's when they.
You're talking about it.
I remember that. That's when the Save Derby campaign.
She's fine. She's fine. Look at this. Look at this. She's fine. See?
I'm saying that she's being removed from the show. Because they tried to do that to her, and that's part of the reason I fell in love with the character.
Yeah, and then you know what happened? She died. Oh wait, no, she's still there.
They brought her back to the show, and she was amazing.
She's too sad. She's all sad. She's sad here.
Not there. Look how happy she is. They got her baby.
Well, yeah, but it's just after the city she found out her mother died.
What? No.
This is she broke her neck. This is after her death.
It's a butt.
Yes, erase the mistakes of her existence.
She's best mistake if she's a mistake at all. Oh, that horse just looks sick.
No, that would be... Actually, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely don't have one that color.
No, but it's still very similar to this one.
You think so? I don't think so.
I could try yellow. No, a little bit less of that.
Pink yellow.
I know. I'm poking at the numbers to try to get it to fit what I'm looking for. That's not too bad. It's kind of like a mustard.
Brown mustard. Which I do prefer as far as mustards are concerned, but which is always the cheapest mustard too. Which is just like double good.
Yeah, once the lights once the lights are on, these two are very similar.
You ever buy brown mustard?
Brown
mustard is way better than yellow mustard. It's cheaper too.
At work, they had Grey Poupon. That's what I used to put on my sandwich.
Grey Poupon is like just yellow mustard that's been ground up even more.
And it's got more of a tang to it. That's why I like it.
I like brown mustard because it's spicier. It's got a bit of a spice. So much cheaper. It's like the cheapest mustard you can get. This is essentially the mustard where they didn't take the casing off the seeds. They just ground it up. And it's cheaper to make that way. And I think it is better. It's got a lot more flavor. Who's a brown mustard fan? Raise your hand.
See, that would be orange.
More like a clay brown. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna go like a... I could go for
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's too dark. So we can just bump it up one.
I like it.
Yeah, that we'll have to do, because I think if I pump it up any more, it's gonna cross over into the others. Yeah, a little bit, so I'm gonna keep it at that. Alright, and then color, we already got 2 blue. We don't have any purple hair.
That's how you did it. Yeah, that one guy, the green guy.
That's like mainly blue though. I'm talking like much more into purple, so like
That is purple.
It's a little bright. Okay. If you were to look at this and say, point out which one's the OC, you'd be like, that one. It's so that one. Just if he had red eyes or
Should
something.
have made his hair red, then you'd really know. So,
No, make his tail and his head different colors.
yes.
With multiple other striped colors, and he's got one small stripe of a different color that goes through there, and that was because as he was a child, he was attacked by a demon, and he gained superpowers.
You
And
have to have at least one stripe that get across his coat because he's 1/8 zebra.
yeah, that's a scar from his battle with Jason from Friday the 13th.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a crossover event.
Yes. He's ultra mega horse.
Okay, what's the name of this one?
Super ultra.
No, I knew you were gonna say that.
Super ultra mega. That's his name.
Summa.
Do not steal.
Is there any that from before that work?
Donut. It's donut covers. What's up?
Would you grab in this empty? I have some water stuff.
I've already had 3, so if I drink more, I'm gonna get tired and fall asleep. Because I'm an old man. I mean, my vote's still on donut.
Darkness Eternal.
That is an OC name if there ever was one.
I got Bob too. Okay, well that completes our set of ponies.
You have all the horse. I'll just drag them over into the bleachers and you're done. Just like plop them in there. No, not those ones. Those ones are gross.
Done.
Look, they're all like harassing Berry Punch.
It's like when the speech starts and they're like
Just have them
they're like
bounce.
whoop.
Just have them bounce up and down like
It's like we shall fight them to the death. Go! Rubble.
Yes. Put all that effort into Celestia and then just have them be like.
It'd be like South Park Canadians. And actually, if I had,
Pretty sure at least one of those horses.
if in this shot the camera was moving, I could definitely get away with almost no ambient movement. It's just the fact that the camera is not moving at all and it's all stationary that you could tell was somebody is not moving because you could cut them out perfect. So, and technically, in the final or in the original, there was no camera movement. It was a flash camera, so I could add some here, just maintain the angle and just have it kind of like do a drift from here to here. You'd probably want to do it like, let's say start here and then drift a little bit that way. Have her pull a little bit towards the center. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. But while our army is done, I need to move them. Oh, very, you're not included.
What? She's been on that seat all the time.
Yeah, not doing shit.
That's what she does.
Okay, I'm gonna move them over there because I need to bring them over. So, okay, so who do I need for that last?
You're talking about Twilight, but you don't know if she's going to be able to touch her or not.
Yeah.
She
I
would make
don't-
the most sense there.
I would need info on that.
She is Celestia's top student. I'd leave that space bare for now until you have that info.
Yeah. Because before doing anything,
I mean, this probably isn't far enough in to have Star Swirl there, is it?
no, this is before him.
Yeah.
During our speech, the choir kicked in.
Yes.
They have, where's my thing for that? Oh.
Just highlighting.
Then their beautiful singing voices do. Oh, oh.
In this timeline is highlighting. So much sun. It's hard to tell which one is the cute one.
Because you hit the noses?
Yeah.
You can't tell which ones are the cute ones? Even though it's very obvious because there was left half female, right half not.
I didn't know which side you were on.
But they have curly hair and straight hair, and then I did the completely different hairs. You just...
It's all based on this new...
The mayors are disappointed.
It's like... I couldn't tell because of my hair.
Oh, I need to grab that.
I'm trying to think of another pony. Twilight doesn't work though. The Star Scroll doesn't work because he's not in this timeline.
Well, I'm not just going to be worried about it too much right now, but I need to... Any animation that needs to be done with them, I need to put on all of them before them. So these need to be done before I start filling seats and stuff. Well, kind of, actually. I can fill seats. I just can't make any more than this grouping.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a performance test.
I'm going to throw out this box. Do you want me to throw out your can?
Sure.
Do you want another one?
No, I'm good. So we have... I'll be needing one more pony here. And then I'm going to delete Barry. Here anymore. So right now, performance-wise, it is 100% doable. 9 frames a second. I wouldn't be animating in this. I would be just rendering, so it's doable. If I copy-pasted everything. Okay, I'm going to save. Frame rate dropped from 9 to 7. But my memory is still sitting in the perfectly good range. Okay. With the lights off, I'm still running at like 15 or 18. That is perfectly fine. With the lights on. Oh, she chugging. We are down to 5, but that is still renderable. Okay. And I'm not having them selected anyway. Running at still 13. This is actually doing much better than I anticipated. Oh, yeah, that's where it gets rough. Okay.
What happened? Something broke. And the pony's breaking. Oh my!
So,
all those horses.
when I have the lights on, I'm averaging about 4 frames a second. But again, renderable. It was going to take a while to render. Oh god. Yeah, this is going to take forever to render, but that's fine. So, but this is doable. Which means I am thinking I could probably do 2 more sets, and I'm moving them out because I want to make sure there's not going to be like lighting that's not being processed correctly and got give me right numbers. Okay, so this is still. They're not moving yet, though.
Yeah, but you've already loaded way more ponies in than I thought you were going to be able to.
But I have to keep swapping you here, so now I'm down to 3. I probably don't want to do any more than that because I don't want to run into an issue. But this was 8 sets of. That's 9 plus 12, so that was 23. Or no, 21. Oh, I didn't move the camera. There we go.
So what are you planning on doing 3 rows at a time?
So I was gonna do. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. So this was 12, 9. Or 7 times 3, so yeah, 21. 21 times 8. I'm not gonna trust my head. So, oh, that was a calendar. That was divided by. So 168. So if I did 168. Okay. So this is 12, 24. All right, so 24. So this is 70. That amount would almost fill this whole section. This will be a lot easier to render than I was anticipating, because this is so yeah, that was 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus the next one is 24 plus 4, so it's 28 again, 28 again, 24 plus 8 plus 12. Not quite, but I'm thinking I could pull it off.
The whole side at once?
I think I could.
You can break this whole thing down into 2 renders.
And I wouldn't have to do any crossover. That's where we get rough. I was worried I was going to have to do just this section and then have to render it again with another section crossing over and have to render this section alone 3 to 4 times. If I can get away with just one, that would be super nice. But I could see the render being
It'd take a while, but it'd be a lot
horrible. Like that, that it was taking about a second for every 2 to 4 passes, and if I do 128 passes, you're saying it would have to be 60. So it'd be about a minute a frame, and so it'd probably be about a couple hours for 4 seconds of video.
Definitely get over overnight.
Yeah, well, it'd be about 2.5, 3 hours maybe. Because I'm anticipating that once you add the animation, and that it's going to slow it down even more. But no, that's actually pretty nice then. But the reason I was thinking that is because I would prefer to have one group that I don't touch. So, like, this group would be there forever and just not moving. So if I copy this group, paste, still running fine enough to animate. Okay, which means I can at least start building an audience without worry. I thought I wouldn't be able to right now. So let's first, God damn it, I moved the camera again. First, let's go to our here. This is who I'm wanting, right? Yeah. First and most important check. If I paste this onto a male, actually works. The arms are a little bit crushed in. So I'll make sure the color doesn't break on the edge there. Nope, actually looks perfectly fine. Okay.
Now for the tedium. Now for the tedium.
The tedium?
Of putting all these points in their seats.
Yes and no. The nice thing is, right now everybody's kind of already spaced out in terms of their color differences. So the main thing is about mixing in the males, so that it's not just like a whole row of females, then the males are segregated to the corner, which I know you want.
I mean, off the corner where you can't see them. Off the corner outside the frame.
Which is, so just for that, we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing some males here. No, they got mixed in. Oh, that's perfect. That's actually a good way to do it. Alright, I locked 1 to 1 there. Do there. There. Oh, there. Okay. So we'll say these 4 go in this seat. And then we'll do these 4, go to this seat. But I need to space out the browns. And then, what is this for? This 4, so this 4. Okay, we'll put you here and you here. Oh yeah, this is going to be slightly off from what I'm working for.
Apple seed. Making a mess.
Okay. Okay, and I'll put them here. And this guy will be sitting by himself for now, but he's the edgy pwn, so that makes sense. Okay. Now I'm going to go and grab this. We're going to copy paste. And she needs to have...
You should just let Berry Punch keep her seat. She needs special.
Okay, so she needs... I only need like 3... I'm going to grab 3 sections of the animation just to save on processing in the background. So for this, we will have, we'll say start at 28. Yeah. Oh. I can't, I have to go back and copy this again. It's go easier if I just don't copy the root beginning.
sitting position's pretty cool.
I've been using this same sitting position for years. I made it for something. I can't remember what it was.
The Twilight video where she's singing.
No, though that was a very bad sitting position. This was when I got better at it because I had to readjust the bones and stuff. But it worked pretty good. So the male legs are going to be a little long.
No, we just have to shoot them.
No, it's fine because from this angle I'm not going to be able to see the legs anyway. So I'm just going to leave it. And then the zoom away, zoom.
The butt slide.
The butt scoots.
Butt scoots.
Okay.
Your tail's touching me.
But see, then his tail is long. So I'll have to turn his tail down. But I made sure not to animate any of those because I knew that would potentially be an issue. Oh.
Why are the dirt derps? What's happening? Why is part of her tail?
No, I just want to make sure I'm... Right now the roots are only for this area, and I probably want to make it for the whole time. And I technically... When I pasted this, I should have had it... Whatever, it's fine. She's in the seat.
Yes.
See, even her legs going a little bit into it.
Right,
Oh,
just we're hanging over.
Well, that's the way it's going to be. Because I am lazy.
I'm gonna close butts.
So this is mainly the tedious part about filling the seats like this. The nice part is I can grab a section of 4 from here, drag it over to the section of 4 over here. I don't want to copy whole sections because then it'll look copy paste, but then I can just mix and match and then they're all done. I don't even have to worry about the animation for them. I can have the sections of 4 all be their own thing. Get up off your seat. Jeez, stupid ponies. His tail is fine. Is anybody else's tail? Oh.
She got a big floofy tail.
Hers, some of these I'm going to have to come back to later. Because if they don't have a jiggle available, I need to wait for the animation to kick in for the jiggles. Or not. I don't think I'm going to care. This is one of those things that probably would have been good to have done to mouse beforehand. The reason I'm not going to care is because with everything else going on in this shot, the chance of you looking at a pony with their hair and saying, that pony's hair didn't move, probably going to be slim to nil.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it in the comments too.
But yeah, when I tell you things...
It's like pony in row C.
All of them are.
Just...
And C, the fact that you're just making up letters for the aisles
row
too.
C would be the third row back. That's row C.
But what if they go the other direction? What if they're numbered and then their columns are by letter?
That's madness.
Yeah, but this is Ponyland.
No.
You have
Madness is madness.
You have magical horses.
Magical horses is perfectly normal.
Where? In Magical Horse Land.
Yes, in Canada.
Oh, Canada is Magical Horse Land?
Yes.
There, now I can. I think my favorite, or the one thing I'm happiest about is RAM usage for all this. I was expecting it to still get close to cap, but it hasn't gotten anywhere close to cap.
That's good. I'm gonna do the whole room all at once.
Not quite, but it would be awesome if I could.
Dale's gonna be a jerk, isn't he? That just looks so weird.
Doesn't matter.
I know, I will.
Camera's from here, so. And this is only for this 4-second shot. And then I have to go through later and redo all of it for them standing.
That's a pretty cute pony you got there. It's pretty much Anon.
Which, no, if I put Barry in a standing position after this, if I copy paste it to all of them, as long as the roots are the ones that are on the seat, copy pasting a standing position without the root, making sure I don't move Barry's root, would put them in a standing position from copy paste. Okay, so that's fine. I'm thinking future, like I don't want to cause myself a headache. There's so much tail floof. Should have almost just shrunk the tails. Look at them.
No. Can't eat all that tail food.
They're doing their part.
Yes. Be floofy. It's so cute. That one's extra cute. Look at her go.
Well, she's just going back and forth.
He's just like, I will destroy you. I'm like, calm down, Josie phone. Stop looking at the not derpies. This is creepy.
Here's Johnny.
You cannot be trusted, you horse.
Yeah, the eyes all moved with. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the tails are different. Technically, I was like, oh, I could just copy paste 4 of them across, but that really wouldn't work. Some of the tails need different TLC compared to others.
I mean, a lot of the ponies you have copies of other ponies. You could just copy paste the others.
Oh, the other concern too is where are they all looking?
At Celestia. Or Luna, because she's the better princess.
Yeah, so it's about ensuring that everybody's looking at the right location too, which actually will make copy pasting from here to here harder.
Eyes in the shot?
No, but it's head direction. That I'm pretty sure you'll be able to tell on. What were the chat rules? I can't remember. Hello, fan.
The rules are you must boop.
I think I have like don't be a dick. No, I do have chat rules. I think it's like, yeah, don't be a dick. No excessive swearing. So I don't care if people swear, but as long as they're not just like throwing the F-bomb, copy pasting and stuff.
And I'm not allowed in chat.
Yeah, and there is a couple words that are banned. Derpy was one of them, but has been repealed.
Yes, it was a monumentous occasion.
I don't know if I set up the rules that way. I don't have any bots because I'm lazy. All the rules I put in place are just like text that I put underneath the stream. I made tons of... Oh, there's official rules. Well, I know there is the one right now that you can't be within 6 feet of another streamer.
I'm not doing a good job.
You're not a streamer.
I streamed that one time and it
That doesn't make you a streamer.
Well, I don't have my card.
I went to a bank. That makes me a banker.
I stood behind the counter. That made me a banker. And then they had me arrested for being a banker. Good one.
Because you're really bad at it.
No, I was the best banker. I gave away all the money.
You made everybody happy.
Yes, except for the bank.
Isn't that the point?
That's what you gotta do. I do like that pony, the brown pony. She's pretty cute. I like the color combination.
She's actually a male.
And she is not.
She's just wearing eyelashes.
Yes, that is what makes the difference. Apparently. Your OC's not in the crowd. You'll have to put him in there somewhere.
I could or if I'm going to be the one doing the shot before this, I could just throw myself in, like put the eyelashes back on and just make myself the one that talks beforehand. But I think that'd be really weird for me.
What if you put the eyelashes back on?
Because I'd be taking my OC and giving a female voice.
I mean, it is female.
No.
It is though. It's just Rainbow
It's supposed
Dash.
to be me, so it's not Rainbow Dash. It's a whole different hair.
It's Rainbow Dash.
No, it's not.
It used to be, didn't it?
No, it never has. The reason I have a model is because Bearded Doom Guy offered to make me one, and so he made it based on a sketch. So it's completely unique.
It is American.
Yes, it is. Well, it's based on one because at the time, the male model's lip sync was very, very poor.
Also, they're ugly.
So if a mayor came over and you're like, oh, and then she was like, hey, buddy.
What is she? I thought she was a mayor.
She was. She is.
Okay, but she's got a deep voice.
She's got a super gruff voice. She's like
fine.
Fat Albert. She comes over, she's like, hey, hey,
I tell her to stop smoking, but
I don't know if ponies have tobacco.
there's something's happening. Got that smoker's voice. Now I'm like half convinced, like the voice that a lot of people associate with old men, like, oh, it's so good to see you, like that we associate with like old people now. The next generation isn't gonna associate it as strongly, just because I think old people voice, it's just like 50 years of smoker's lung, and we've forgot the difference.
Hey, Sonny.
Everyone smoked, like previous generations. Everyone was smoking.
Why is his... It needs to be done here.
Especially like my grandparents' era. I'm probably gonna have this same horrible voice until the day I die. I'll be like 80 and I'll be like, hi guys, how y'all doing? Because I didn't smoke for 50 years. So we should start now. So we all get proper old people voices. Just like in the movies.
Hey, they sound badass.
They do.
Nothing's better than some like hot cougar that comes over and is like, hey baby. And so just coughing up blood.
It's so hot.
Oh yeah. Nothing else gets me going.
Mm-hmm. Know it. Should just have one changeling in the audience. Just blatant, see if anybody notices.
No, it would stand out a lot. Because it would be completely black with black on it. It would stand out.
Yeah.
Have one like flash for a frame.
Yes. No, but I am convinced that is like the whole old person voice, like we the voice we associate with little people is just weird or smoky. And since everybody, like my grandparents' era and a lot of my dad's parents' era smoked, it just made sense. I don't think people are supposed to sound like that, like ever. Guess I'll find out as I get older. There you go. All your phones are in their seats.
So right now they're all standing. I actually wanted to pack them in tighter, but if they're going to stand, that was the amount of room needed to stand without like jamming their head against something. Yeah, they actually are tighter than I probably actually need them to be. But
you want the whole thing, the room is packed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that they still feel tighter, but I think it's just because the angle. As soon as you churn, they're not actually that packed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I have that. So now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to her bit. And so I need to find some people that are going to hold a conversation.
You can just set it all at random and see how it goes. That's what I do.
How do you do random?
Like, just start it all at different times.
But right now, all it is idle.
Yeah.
So they're all idle is, but now I'm adding in the actual physical motion.
Can't you start them all at different times, though? Within the idle?
Yeah, but this is taking those pieces of... These are the idle animations. I copy pasted the standard idle where it's just them breathing. Mm-hmm. They all are just breathing. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Now it's about picking and choosing. I can't just pick a random because this person's talking to like the other guy and they're just ignoring them completely.
You never like just have somebody talking to you and you're just looking forward while you're listening to them, but you're also like paying attention to something else.
That's called being an asshole.
It's not called being an asshole. It's called multitasking.
No, so for instance, this one, we are going to copy and now go back to our
Now
thing
if you have
here.
somebody talking to you and you've got the yawn animation, yeah, that's going to be some asshole ones. But that's okay.
And I'm going to have to blend them a little, because actually this one isn't made to, I think, loop. No, it's not, so I'll have to play with that. So let's just pick two that are going to be in conversation. Let's say these two. So this one is going to be looking to her left. Oh, I forgot to mark this. So this is 3 seconds. Oh wait, no, actually it might. It does cross over.
That pony looks like Lyra.
Okay. So this pony is talking to that pony, and we'll say that let's say that we're going to do some aisle crossing. So we're going to say these two. So this pony will also then be talking. Oh. Because she wants to reproduce. Is that the whole reason he said? And he's just like, nope, not my type.
Just have him yawning.
Well, actually, okay, so that one will be talking that direction. But then we're going to have these two also talking, but the other direction. So, well, actually, no, I'm going to finish up these two first. So this person's talking, so now I need to go to this, and I need to get the left idle. Okay. And the same thing over here. But we'll have to see how it works on males. You have to check though. Oh, actually, I don't have the jiggle showing on her, so it won't affect the tail's positioning. Perfect. Okay, so then they're just chatting, and then ooh.
You're not gonna see it.
It's because of how things were bent. I might have to double check in the camera at the very end though. But that one does copy paste, so. I just need to make sure it's not clipping through the edge. Okay, and I'm gonna have. I think I'll just keep those two as the talking ones. And now let's grab. Let's see, what other idols do we have here? I'm just gonna grab the first one. Go back here, and we're just gonna pick some randoms. So we're gonna say you. I'm gonna get it on this one. Oh, again, I keep forgetting when I copy this. I have to select it out the root. Okay, so you'll get it there, and then we'll say that you get it there, and you get it here, and you you get that there. Okay. Now we'll go back here again. This would take a lot more time if I didn't have it set up the way that I have it set up. So now you are going to get it here. You
Probably just have some ponies sitting and breathing.
Yep, that's why I'm not, like, this is the motion, but then this is the breathing. Mm-hmm. So that they might have it where when the shot starts, they were just exiting that motion, now they're just going to breathe. So yeah, they should just be sitting there idle, but I'm not going to have them constantly doing stuff. Some people are probably going to sit there doing nothing, other ones are going to have additional motion. I'm just mixing it up as to at what points that happens. So I'm just kind of picking it at random. Say this one. I feel like everybody at least at some point should have one of those bits, whether it's just at the very beginning, right at the end, something. Okay. And then this one is yawning. This one I don't want to overuse. Ha. So we'll see if this guy works for it.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, and this chick, I'm gonna have, she already has the one motion, I'm just gonna add a yawn at the end. And I have one of these end guys yawn to start. Okay. Now back to this. document. I did it again. So this guy, I'm going to say, has been kind of shaky. He's going to put it at the beginning and the end. Does he have anything? Yeah, he looks to this side. But I'm going to give him a middle shake. So he'll look to the side, then shake. Like he had just heard a conversation and is disappointed.
He said, man, aren't stallions ugly? Yeah, they are. And he just...
There's a little... I have to be careful with the tail, though.
Oh, you got the tails moving somewhere?
No, like you see in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, you left the tails alone?
I probably... Some of the, or these ones specifically, I had grabbed tail 2 and 3, which are included with the copy paste. But those are easy. I just grab the tail on all of them and just wipe it, because then that's it. Let's grab this guy, and we'll have him at the end here have a shake. Okay. And now, what's the last one I have here? Oh, looking at the hoof. The self-boop check.
Let's resist oops.
And we'll grab her. And I'll grab her. I'll put it right in the middle here. And then you will also check your hoof right about here. Okay. Now, those that have the tails busted, so his breast is busted. So I don't know which of these is correct though. Well, when in doubt. There. You know what? Your tail. Oh, I'm only selecting one bone in your tail, that's why. Jiggle bones. Playhead. It's okay. No, that's not gonna work either.
Rip it off, he doesn't deserve it.
That's fine, not noticeable. Her tail moves, but it moves with her, so that's fine. So 1, 2, and 3, jiggle. Okay. I saw one here. Yeah, that guy's. Okay. That should fix all of that. So now I have to make sure that not everybody is doing everything at the same time. So I'm going to just select a couple of people. No, that feels fairly legitimate, like a actual crowd. And that was done once everything was prepped. I was able to build that whole thing in like a half hour for the whole row. So that is pretty neat. I am super happy with that result, actually. I'm just checking to see if there's anything that feels off. No, it actually looks good. Like I am happy with that result. Once I start doing more of them, I can't copy paste this group yet because that's still going to be noticeable. I'm going to still manually place probably I could probably do these in sets of 3 and 3. So if I do like these 4, and then like filling these 3, or actually just one more group, because it's filled 5 seats. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that 1 maybe. And then I should be able to start copying groups all over the place. Well, I am pleasantly happy about that outcome. Only thing, does it all look like they're looking forward? I actually think that it feels like they're looking forward enough. I think the only concern I might have is, and that's minor, is that they're all looking forward, but Celestia's at a rise, so technically their eyes should be up a little bit. But besides that, that's about it. Like, and that's hard to fix because I have their eyes looking at each other, or like this one contemplating the universe. But other than that, like, I think it's fine. And even then, I think it's a minor thing. But I think that'll actually, I am happy with that. So, should I have Celestia walking up to the podium?
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes. In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes. In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes.
We must meet the threat with our valor.
I don't know. Now I kind of wish that they were sitting, because I could give them the same idols. No, I don't think I want to have... I kind of want to have her walk up just because I feel like it gives her a lot more focus on the shot. Because right now, with the lights on, she is a focus, but not as much of a focus. But if she's the only moving body, I feel like it could make a big
In
difference.
Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes.
I can always give it a shot. Damn it. I always do that. Okay. So paste Celestia. Did I move the camera again? I swore I didn't have the camera selected that time. Okay. It did break her jaw, so I think this is made before the jaw was a thing. So I'm just gonna deselect that now.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes.
Okay, if she does, she cannot move that fast.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes.
Ensure that
Actually, you know what? Before I load that in, I probably should wipe the model. Okay. Oops.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes.
Okay, that's a pretty good pace.
Convene. In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes. Council convenes. The Equestrian Council convene.
We'll find the right
The Equestrian Council convene.
time that seems like it's at least
The
on a
Equestrian
slide,
Council.
which usually is.
The Equestrian Council convene.
right at the end, right there.
The Equestrian Council convenes. The Equestrian Council convenes.
Okay.
Main Hatton.
That was cool.
I went up to rest my eyes for a second. That's all I did.
Took a nap.
Wasn't so
The,
much
Equest-
nap.
the Equestrian Council convened.
Okay.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convened.
I almost did earlier because after I went for a bike ride, like I came back and like my thighs aren't used to that, so like the stairs were like ah, and it was tough. But I almost took a nap afterwards.
Just don't cripple yourself trying to ride a bike.
Well, it's just getting. It's just gonna take a little while to get readjusted to it.
I mean, I'm strapping 10-pound weights to each leg now with my workout. I upgraded from the 5-pound ones.
Get this. Gotta be consistent to here. We're seeing if we can have Celestia walk up. Too fast.
I did teleport.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council
My
convened.
glasses upstairs. I'm like leaning towards the
Council. The Equestrian Council. In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convened.
18 minutes.
The Equestrian Council.
Through my eyes. It's
Council.
interesting to go back and think, crap. I'm blind.
Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convened. Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convened.
Filter.
Without the what?
The blue light filter that's in my lenses.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council.
I got
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council. In Manhattan.
How did I do that without having her slide? Well, she's still sliding a whole bunch. But I'm not sure what party you mean. If anytime I try to do like a walk cycle, I normally will put the cycle on it and then I'll adjust the distance that she needs to do to whatever. So I'll just pull her back to whatever it needs to be for the speed that the walk is at. To get her to stop with the least amount of slide. Normally I feel like when a leg comes to a stop, it's going to be that whatever leg is at the front is going to be the leg that stops and is going to pull to that last spot. So the idea is, and I probably blended this a little early now that I think about it. Probably should move to about here. No, that probably will work. So it goes to the front, and I probably can have it so that she continues forward a bit more than this. So I think I like how it blends, but I think I'm gonna move it.
Did you do any more of the crowd? Or is it still the same number of coins?
It's the same number. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna stretch it back a little bit there. So she does slide a little bit right there, but I can fix that too by just going boop boop.
I almost feel like Shining should be looking at her butt and just been like,
So it's just
so much cake.
I then did the motion so that the motion ended about halfway through where I wanted the blend to be, and then I just smoothed out the root so she slowed down towards the end. It's a really rough way to do it. If you actually want to make it legitimate, you're going to have to keyframe, but it just works. A lot of them come with the motion of the model built in with it. I never take that motion with it. I always adjust the timing and adjust the fast she's going to match. So technically a walk should never be a 100% locomotion, like consistent speed. It should be that there's a step and a slowdown, then a speed up, then a slowdown, then a speed up. But that would be really, really hard to do as a cycle, so just go with what we got. But No, I don't even... What I did isn't that perfect. It's just a quick and dirty version. But now I can go through here and say she stops right here. So I can say from here to here, if I so wished. No, she's not quite down all the way here. But from here to here. I could say that since I want her hoof to be here, that I can take her root and move it back. And now that foot, at least, is correct.
Just imagine her going up to the podium. I have an announcement. I am not a pony. I am a horse. And everybody just gasps.
And then to fix this hoof, from here to here, I just have her lift her leg a little bit. And then from here to here, this leg can actually be rounded probably a bit because it slides a little. I might be able to undo that a little too by having it from here to here. We'll just bend that a little bit forward. Super rough, but it works. She is not actually touching the ground, but I forgot this ground is uneven, meaning that as she's walking up, she has to be at an angle until she settles. So from here...
She's just upset they used the lowest bidder to build that floor.
So this isn't that difficult. So this is the flat foot in the back there. We're just going to put it down. And we're going to do offset because I don't want to rotate her over time. I'm just going to angle it a little. Back up a little. Okay, and then let's see what those back legs are doing. So when this one hits, this back leg stays. So from here to here, is it the same position? Just about. So where is it at its peak? Right here to its stop point. To its other stop point. Let's see if... So if I was the foot and I was locked, I would want to be... It's not quite the same. It is pretty close. I'm actually gonna see if I can go with an out on this. Okay. And then from here to here to here to there. It's going to be a bit more than that. I can smooth the very, very end of this, so that's fine. Okay. So this is about finding some of those slides and adjusting. So for here, from here to here, if this foot was locked, let's say from here to here, we'll go out. I'm a little bit too quick on that. Okay, that should work fine. Then where does it deform? From here to there. And where's the middle of the deform? Right there. And let's say there. Okay, and so let's just grab that right leg. We'll bend it back a little bit. Nope, can't do it for that one, so we'll have to do it for this one. Okay, that should work fine. We're going to lock both of those. And then we're going to just take... Actually, we're going to take all of Celestia. And we're going to just smooth out this end a little bit. There. Well, you actually grab that out a little bit more. So in terms of getting somebody to come to a stop after walking, that's what I would normally do. If you want to make them look good when they stop. If you don't care, just slap them in place a little bit. Especially if you're not looking at the feet, then who cares? You can just kind of like grab the leg and like lock it in place and call it good. Okay, I don't like how evil she looks as she's coming up to the podium, though.
She's evil? Celestia is evil. I heard she sent her sister to the moon.
She wouldn't do that. That's only evil people do that.
I don't know.
Celestia is not evil. She's just misguided. And lust for power, but she's misguided.
She has lust for power a little bit. Then she gave it all up. I'm like... who was it that basically was saying that giving the throne to Twilight was Celestia's passive-aggressive way to tell Luna she would never have the throne? He's like, yeah, my sister wanted the throne, I sent her away for 1,000 years, she finally came back, we gave it to her for like a season, and then we're done.
Well, so how I ended up doing it was I kept the standard standing pose, and then I just tried to... I copy paste, or you can copy a cycle, and this is one of the nice things with SFM that I like, is I can copy the cycle like this. I'm copying way more than I know I'm going to need. And then I can go to Celestia, and I can paste, but I don't, right now it's still floating. So I can still fully control it. So if I hold Alt and I drag it from the top here, I'm actually going to move the animation itself. But if I shrink down how much I'm actually going to paste, which is in this range, and I drag, then I'm actually able to, it'll keep changing over that range. So if I go far enough this way, it'll blank out because this is the end of the paste. But now I can select the area within the paste I want to do, and if I hold Alt, I can then move that area. So I can go here and I can say, well, I want her to stop at this point. So you keep moving. I can move this around like this to get it to about the timing I'm looking for. And then I can drag it like this and pull in different amounts or different starting points for it to get to where that front leg looks like it's ending where I would want it. And at this point, I'm not doing any root transfer motion or anything. It's just she's walking in place. So for this, I would not want to include these because those are not going to work. So for this, I would go, okay, well, I want her back hoof here to end there. So I would probably want to have it where that hoof is forward. Well, this one right now is the forward one. So I'm going to go, well, at this point, the hoof is fully forward. So I can go and drag that over. I'm going to go and grab that. And now I can take this section after I paste it. And so let's say that I paste it. There we go. And I'm going to select the pelvis, and I'm going to move the pelvis then back to match that leg. That's pretty close. And now, if I were to have the motion in with her coming in, well, it kind of does. She stops at the end there because this is how it's built. But then you just take it with that and just blend it across, and it will blend the root motion at the end of it of getting into that position. So if you did the motion up to the end of that paste, right up to that standing position, then you blend across, and you'll usually have a pretty good stop. So there. Yeah, the back legs might slide. Some of these might slide a little bit, but most of the time when you do this, it'll just be this leg will move into position. The back legs are usually going to pretty much be fine. You just got to lift this leg over because the rounding will get rid of it. So it should be pretty quick and easy. But I'm going to undo that before it's permanent. So this one I did a little bit more detail with it because I kind of skipped a step and I had to go back and fix it. But that's normally what I would do to do that if you're looking for. If you want to make it look really good, you have to go through and keyframe. But keyframing is annoying and takes a lot longer, and shortcuts and cheats are much easier. Well, I hope you're learning. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not doing something right. So yeah, these are our audience now. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks like an audience.
It does.
Yeah, I know there's males in there.
I mean, it's an age group, but it does look like an audience.
It feels like they're all doing something random, and I mistimed everything. I shifted all their times.
Yeah.
So they're all doing stuff at different times too.
By the way, Luna, she got hurt. Celestia hurt Luna. She fell on her face, left a huge imprint in the moon. All because Celestia didn't want to share power. And even after Luna got back, I kind of felt like Luna's like, we can be co-rulers of the kingdom now. It's like, sure, we can, Luna. And it was kind of the equivalent of like the older brother handing their younger brother a controller that wasn't plugged into the console. You're like, you're doing it, guy. You're doing it. Poor Luna. On the floor where she belongs. She's like, sister, can I give my speech next? Yes, you can. After everybody leaves, you can give all the speech you want. Okay.
My name is Luna, and I am going to kill all the changeling. Good job, Luna. And there's just Barry punching the crowd. Yay!
He's the only one to stay behind. He's like, Celestia's just like, why are you still here? I have nowhere else to go. But she's not.
In Manhattan, the Equestrian Council convenes.
We must meet.
But this is I don't have the best.
This is the other thing I gotta worry about too. So we have a Celestia here that does not exactly match up with the Celestia here. So I need to go. Oh, I need to do it again.
It still has to be horrible for Luna. Like, Celestia's like, you know what? After thousands of years of playing Equestria, I'm ready to retire. And Luna's just like, does that mean it's my turn? No, you're retiring too. You don't have a choice. It's just like, oh, I see. Okay.
I think I only need to copy paste her neck and her head.
I promise I won't rage in you.
So convenes.
We must.
Convenes. Queen.
Okay, so then she turns her eyes in, out, zero, close.
Beans. Beans. Beans.
Okay. Down a little.
Beans. What beans?
Okay, but she needs to have her eyes like stay a little to the right there, I think.
Beans.
And then
Beans. Convenes. Convenes.
We must.
So convenes.
We must meet.
So convenes.
We must.
Convenes.
and her head needs to.
Yeah, they have to have special and Celestia-sized pedestals.
Beans. Beans. Beans.
Maybe it just lowers up and down. Just like Celestia City.
Beans. Beans. Beans.
We must.
Okay.
Beans.
We must meet the threat with our valor.
Okay, well, progress. So we're doing good. There's only a good gazillion, million points that we need to put in there, and that I moved the camera again. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, there is.
That's enough. Just be like, the event didn't sell out. Those who wanted to be there, they got right up front.
Okay, so there was a floating camera in there. I don't know why, but there's a button, C. If you hit C, you make a camera.
Okay.
Which is what I did. There's a new camera.
Okay.
Where is it? It's not here. It's not visible. You have to go into right-click, create animation set for existing element, and then grab it. I hate that button so much. Because if you could just keep hitting the button, you can make like 30 cameras. I will break that finger.
I want to make cameras.
Derby will be in this audience 5 times, and every instance will be on fire. And it'll spread to other ponies, and there'll be a big news thing saying how Derby killed everybody with her clones.
I feel like you'll have to.
You can go into the keyboard settings, and I probably just can do that now. And create camera at head. Oh look, it's gone. I did that once before, and I think when I did a refresh or something, it wasn't replaced and fixed it. So, but there is actually some neat keyboard functions that do not have bits, like create animation set for new model. Well, it means you can have a button on your keyboard to open up the new model screen. That's actually kind of nifty. But there's also ones like publish video to YouTube or Steam. Yep, I want to have a shortcut key for that.
That is a heck of a shortcut key.
It probably opens up a separate thing, but I never want. I
It's
never.
Like,
use that.
I accidentally posted a video to YouTube when I pressed J.
When I hit shift.
Yes. Whoops.
Don't want
I
any
have
of
a
that.
channel now.
Okay, so that is it makes you a channel.
Makes
He puts it
one,
on the
gives
source.
you a random name.
Puts it on the source filmmaker channel with their copyright. They own it.
There's.
Um,
It's like you shouldn't have pressed J.
Okay, so, but that'll be it for now. I will be back on Tuesday to do whatever,
Something.
to do more things. Yeah, more of that, I guess. I actually got done way more today than I thought I was going to get done. So anyways, have a good weekend. Stay healthy and safe. Stay inside. Don't go outside. Outside is evil and
Lick
bad.
the fence post.
Hmm?
Go to all the gas stations and lick the handles on the pumps. Do it. Twitch watchers.
Don't listen to him.
It's
That's what
fun.
he was doing that before this was a problem. So, anyways, have a good one. Have Katie.
Meow, meow.
And yeah, bye. Kind of sad song to end it on.
I can't hear it, so I can't be sad.